Sorry guys, the tape cut out. I don't know, the frigging recording cut out. What's happening up there where I was? It still has to take shape around me at least a half a mile. It has to. Let's just say I turn my head that way, there has to be something there in order for it to get mobilized. So if I'm in this place and it's all around me, residential, business, everything is flipped upside down, but it's not moving yet. It's prepared upside down. And as I take my steps towards it, it takes the initiative to get ready. When I'm in view, in sight, it starts to play its role. What if? Now, let's just say this is what's going on here. I have to really think deeply about this because every day I invest my energy into it. Every day it has to be calculated from now on. I can't play around anymore. Because to be honest with you guys, I haven't really given this 100% yet, believe it or not. I don't know what kind of creature I am. I'm a strange guy. Maybe because of all the attacks that keep you demotivated, that don't really get you to that focus point where you can just explode and rip things out of there. Maybe that's affecting me. Obviously it is. I'm a human being, regardless of how strong I am. Now, action, huh? Everything will change according to, there has to be some kind of, movement. How you doing? Can I please get a small coffee, regular? And I don't know, I'm trying to think of what I want to eat, but I see a lot of moving in front of me. I can't concentrate. A lot of moving, a lot of noise, a lot of pointing. I wanted a donut, now I think I want a muffin. If things stop moving around me and noise stops, maybe I can concentrate in 2 seconds. Is that possible in my world? I don't know, I'm trying to think, see if it's possible. See, they're still moving and noise. I can't concentrate, guys, I swear to God. If the moving and the noise stops for only 30 seconds, I'll pick what I want and I'll leave. How's that? Is that a deal? Can we make a deal that way? Okay. Talking coins, cash register, music, things moving. I can't concentrate. I don't know what I want anymore. All right. Noise, paper bag, talking, laughing. At least there's laughing in here. Good, thanks for the energy. At least I'm not stared down and beat. All right. Oh, paper bag. If you didn't move that, I would have picked something. Come on. 2 seconds, 2 seconds. 1, 2. They moved the chair. He talked. He's playing on his phone. I can't concentrate. Okay, I got it. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to be a smartass, but I got to do this in order for me to feel better. You know what I'm attacked with everywhere I go. I'll take an apple fritter, please. Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Why do you made up your mind?
How can I when my mind's being attacked constantly with movement and noise everywhere I go and mistreated and, Thank you. Debit. Maybe one day I'll get out of this prison and we can meet on different circumstances. People will realize that I'm a great person just being innocently and purposely enslaved here, illegally. Thank you. Have a nice day, guys. Thanks. Is the washroom open? Is the washroom working? Is it open? Well, guys, at least we had some smiles, not frowns, and belittling and mistreating, and sorry to bring you into the bathroom with me, but like I said to you from the beginning, this is a close-up and a personal. Those videos are going to be very personal. I'm going to bring you in very closely to everything I experience, everything I feel, everything. That's the whole point of doing this, right? To show you how my surroundings are affecting me, how I'm being tortured on a daily. Every setting that I get into is designed to not make me think properly. If I feel like a donut, I'll come in here, I'll end up grabbing an apple fritter. So it's destruction world. It's a world created for you to pretty much go downhill. I remember when this first started in the mid-90s. Everyone in my family, so-called nice, caring family, was mentioning to me there were a lot of suicides that were happening around in the neighborhood. This guy killed himself, this guy said this life is miserable, I'm tired of it, he did this, he did that, he overdosed. So a lot of this negativity was thrown on me back in those days, and for some reason I didn't bite the bait. Now, to be honest with you, whether it was a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. If I could go back in time, I would have done that, to be honest with you, not to go through another 22, 23 years of hell. But that's not what happened. And now we're at a point where it's too late to go back, push back. Believe it or not, I'm gonna eat this here in the bathroom because it's the most amount of peace I can get anywhere I go without seeing people move or noise, even though they're making noise out there. Listen. So I'm eating in the bathroom, believe it or not. I prefer eating here than outside. That's how my surroundings are. Here we go. Listen. So guys, part of the reason why I was chosen for this experiment is because of my nature. This is why I always say, how did they know it's going to be like this? Freemasonry and Satanism, when you're up in those ranks, you're supposed to be able to have contact with that dark energy. How? They're not going to come and sit on the table in front of you and have a conversation, no. With a tail and red horn and none of that crap. They tap into that dark entity in order to get information. How they get it, through what ways, I don't know. I'm not from them. And it guides them through what decisions to make. How did they know it's going to be like this? How did they know it's going to be the kind of person that doesn't worry about tomorrow? The kind of person that if he has $10 today, he'll spend it because he knows tomorrow he'll manage, he'll be okay. Because if they would have picked anybody that was different than me, he wouldn't have survived in this world 5 minutes. You know? How did they know it was going to be like this? Sorry guys, I've been wearing the same uniform every day. I don't see the point of changing the way I look inside this evil bubble. Nobody gives a shit about how I look like. They just want to take me out. But overall, if you look at my face, in the last 2 or 3 weeks or so, I look at myself and I look much better. I do. My face is filling out. I'm just going to get you a straight shot of that. I'm actually gaining a bit of weight. I lost about 25 pounds when this started. Since this started till today, you guys know that. I used to work out. I was squatting about 4 plates on each side. And how you doing? You want to come in? You want me to come out? Go ahead. No, I'm just wasting some time in here.
Thank you.
No problem. So as you can see, even in the bathroom, I have to be interrupted because it's a quiet, nice place. I would rather eat my donut in the bathroom than eat it out here and get destroyed. Now, it's been they've toned it down a lot. I'm still in this. See, I couldn't even finish my apple fritter inside the bathroom where I had some peace. Look, I wasn't allowed to even eat an apple fritter inside the bathroom, looking at a toilet with pee in it. I'd had to be pushed out here, so I get irritated more and see this thing moving in front of me all day long, and noise and madness and charades and naked butts and you name it. Anyways, let's get on with the program. This is the third episode of this fake bubble designed to imprison and torture the best of humanity, whether it's, hold on guys, I'm just gonna put this in my knapsack here, 1 second. So the idea is not to let me enjoy anything, not even eating something as basic as an apple fritter inside the bathroom. And today, let me pull out a smoke 1 second. We're gonna figure out how someone can be excluded from society in a covert, visible in plain sight way, which is the program itself that was picked me to experiment with for all these years. And the egotistical stubbornness of this entity that's not willing to go down and accept the fact that you can't brainwash people forever. So, in this brainwashing experiment that went wrong, now they're trying to change the shape of the bars by making it look less fake and more realistic, and it's more tolerable for me at least. It's more comfy this way. But hold on guys, I'm just trying to grab a lighter and we'll get outside, we'll get on with our life and record the rest of the show, and you know, I can't find the frigging thing. That's one problem I have because of all this, what I'm surrounded with, all the tension. You end up putting your lighter in your right pocket, and then you search all pockets, and you search the right one, the last one. It would be the last one you search. So, no problem. There you go. Guys, I'm gonna stay here all day, open the door for everybody. I'm joking now. Laugh, laugh, laugh. Okay. So we gotta laugh, and it looks like it's gonna rain today. It's not gonna be a very nice day to walk around, but it's been overall. So it's these faces that I'm supposed to see and get depressed, and and all that. I don't know what's gonna happen with this. We're gonna head to today, do a couple things down here. We're not gonna stay long. I'm gonna tell them that from now so they prep themselves in case they want to stop all downtown for me all day long. I've been getting threatened a lot lately with posters, and I didn't get one threat. They had this tiger in the subway. I don't know if I took that shot for you guys on. They said they want to take me to the zoo. They want to lock me up again, really lock me up in a real prison. So I don't know, something about me making tracks. I'm making tracks. I don't know what that means, but I'm new to this stuff, so you got to be patient with me to, my slow head to pick it up. So guys, let's go back to our bubble. This bubble that excludes everybody real and puts in the circus people to do their circus work when I get there. It's a stage set. When I get close to let's say when I came out of Tim Hortons up there and I walked all the way down, these guys over here in this store, they were just sitting there and waiting. As soon as they come into view, they start doing the part that they're meant to do. move, talk, laugh, whatever it is that you want to do. So it's a movie set and an invisible prison that precedes you everywhere you go, waits for you to get there to really, turn you into a broken. It's an illegal, covert operation in order to dismantle someone that they're afraid of. Why would they be afraid of this human being? Because he's too intelligent and too decent that people will take a liking to him. They don't want him to exist in a real society, so he doesn't vibrate the right energy to people. They want to keep him miserable and enslaved, worrying about paying their bills day and night. And they lie to them. Every person that they bring into my fake world, they lie to them. They're brought in and brainwash themselves into this place thinking I am something that I'm not. I know it for a fact. I know it for a fact. Human beings are not bad. They're not bad in general. For them to do these terrible things, they either have to be forced into it or brainwashed into it. Most people. Why would they want to back up an illegal operation done to an innocent citizen that hasn't done anything wrong and get abused for all these years? Why? Why would they want to do that? People in general don't want that. Why would they agree to this? Now, certain people are weak. Certain people with the right kind of money, they don't care what they're doing. They'll just go ahead and do it. But the majority of people need to be convinced in order to do something that's mind-boggling. In order to abuse an innocent person into an illegal operation, and come into an illegal operation, abuse an innocent person in order to protect what? Protect who? If you're psychotic enough to start a brainwash experiment and abuse someone, then take the heat. You gotta take the consequences. Take the heat. Because I ain't going down quietly. Every single right, every single one of my rights was broken, perpetrated. Every single law was broken in order to hook me up to this evil machine in this nasty bubble that does nothing but torture someone covertly, in plain sight, on Canadian ground, on Cuban ground, on Lebanese ground, on Turkish ground, on Moroccan ground. France, I don't remember what happened at the airport. I was there once, I'm pretty sure the same charade. On French ground, Italy. Guys, you know how many countries I've been to? I've been to over 30 countries in my life, maybe 40. So the people that want to run the world want to experiment on abusing and brainwashing someone to see if their experiment's going to work out in the end. And it didn't work. I woke up. And they're doing the same to everybody. Everyone on the planet, they're doing it to them. From the time they're kids through these ugly phones. It's funny, these people, they're doing this to me. Their own kids are the same as being done to them in a different fashion. You know, they don't get it. They don't know what is. I don't know if they're forced, they threaten them into doing this. I don't know. To me, 90% of these people that pass by me, if they had the choice, they wouldn't do this. They wouldn't. Because it's not human to do something like this to someone. This comes from a very twisted mind. Someone who's got too much money, too much power, has nothing better to do in his time but to play around with people. But to try to use human beings as their dolls. As the little enslaved, imprisoned, rat that they can go and torture every now and then. That's what this is. That's what this experiment is. It's to imprison someone in a cell and torture them. Now, most human beings are not too keen on torture. They're not into torture. They have to be forced, lured, brainwashed, paid a lot of money. I don't know. It has to be one of these elements for them to be pushed into doing something as crazy as this. To lock someone in a fake bubble and walk towards them and abuse them. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. There has to be a legit incentive to do that. Most of these people have kids. They're doing the same to their own kids. They don't get it. The same exact thing is being done to their own kids right now on a small, wide level. So, to take part in this makes them the biggest hypocrites. What are you doing here? You are taking part of something that's abusing an innocent person, and the same is being done to your kids. Right now, as you pass by me and do this to me, your kids are going through the same. Your kids that are in school or that are at home playing with their, I don't know what kind of games they have today in terms of the video games. This is what you want? Is this the world you want to live in? This madness? This, you want to accept this to be done to an innocent citizen? This torturous abuse? Is this the world you want to live in? No, people like this, I don't blame them with supreme disabilities. They have nothing to lose, nothing to look forward to. You know what I mean? I can't even hate them for what they're doing. I don't hate anybody for what they're doing. But if they weren't forced into this, or, you know, I don't know. It's just mind-boggling how you can take people to take part in a torture project and they know that the person is even innocent, hasn't done anything wrong. And they know the same is being done to their own children. I don't know if they're forced into it, paid a lot of money, lured into it with lies, with brainwash. I don't know why they would do something like this. It's not human to do this. There has to be a huge incentive. There has to be a, I don't know, mostly it's forced. You know, then if you're going to be forced in something like this, we're living in a dictatorship then. This is worse than a dictatorship. It's a covert dictatorship. And most people know that nowadays, that this whole idea of democracy is nothing but a scam. A lot of people knew it from a long time ago, so did I, but more people are beginning to realize that the world that they live in, you know, a lot of them don't really give a shit. They come in here, they make a quick buck, they go home, back to their families. They don't really give this much thought in terms of the same is happening to my kids, or they're doing this, or this is wrong, or they don't really think that far ahead. They come in here, they do their part, they get off this huge 2-3 mile radius set and go home. Anyways, as I said, they come out of nowhere and come in. Now, for most people that I want to prove this to, this is supposed to tease me and annoy me and, you know, show me something that I was deprived of, was supposed to really make me feel like, you know, it does work at first, but then it gets to a point when you know it's fake, it doesn't really do anything to you. So I'm going to explain to you guys in detail in certain ways. It's the bad smells. It smells to you like a sewer pipe was broken. So they attack you with all these things. And at the same time, You know, what you're deprived of, they tease you with it. What bad smells, bad treatment, dirty looks. All these tactical elements are supposed to really take you down and make you depressed and really block you from moving forward. It's the same junk over and over and over again in a fake setting. Once you realize that, the rest is just a matter. Now I'm looking at this big, huge 2-mile radius bubble, 3 miles, I don't know. Okay, what am I doing here? I have to go to those places where they can't really block the whole time, where they can't really, life has to move on inside those places. They can play around 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, until when? Now, they're gonna try to figure out a way, they're pretty sneaky. So we're gonna try to, I go into the courthouse here sometimes, so they have to fix the door when I get close by. They're gonna talk. Oh, nice air conditioning. Pretty cool. Sean Tamalon. معك سيجارة؟ واحدة؟ Okay, I'm right here. Okay. Thanks. I'm here. Thanks.
You're not ordering it now, are you?
Y'all broke out this way. I thought we were Tuesday to sign in. What are you doing here? I have to see a human rights lawyer in City Hall. قلت الفنانة بشوف إذا بتقعدوا بتصرفوا بتعيطوا حوالي وبطلع متضايق كل مرة، لا بنحكي بشيء مثل خلق، لا بنوصل لمحل صريخ وعيط وما ينفع. Let's shoot. What's the point?
How's mom doing in the hospital?
Still there. They gotta put her in a shelter.
What kind of shelter?
Until she gets another apartment. A shelter.
I don't know. What our shelters are like.
I don't either. I never been to the shelter. I don't know. حوارنا كلهم هناك.
So why doesn't she come home and I'll go to the
The
shelter?
doctor won't let her go there.
Why?
Because of the place, how it looks.
What's wrong with it? It's been like this
Ask
for...
them, bro.
How do they know what it looks like?
اجوا اخذوه شافوا البيت مفتوح and nobody's there. What do you mean how do you know?
What do you mean nobody's there? But like,
You weren't there. So طلعت تصرخ ومفتوحة الابواب.
why was she screaming in the first place?
I don't know, bro. I wasn't there. I don't know. بلا اكل بلا دخان. I don't know. Why?
That's not true. We had smokes, we had
That's the only
food.
time she does that.
We had everything. And I just stepped out of the house for 2 hours.
قالوا ما في شيء اكل بالبيت. هيك قالوا هن ما بعرف.
That's a lie. And there's nothing wrong with the apartment. All I need is a little bit of cleaning. I did that and that's it.
كسر all that too, right?
Kassar, it's been broken for 20 years. There was only a couple of extra walls that got broken. Half of it was broken for 20 years. Nobody gave a fuck. Now all of a sudden they want to make a charade out of it. It looks the same. I just put the wall where it was broken. I blocked it off with a piece of cardboard and that's it.
No, that's what they don't want to let her go there.
Well, then they should find her an apartment. If they're going to make the decision not to let her go there, then they're responsible to find her something fast, not throw her in a fucking
They
shelter.
have to call us. They have to call us.
Allah bukra, I'm going to go find out what's going on there.
Okay.
يلا انتبه لحالك. My brother obviously has to pop into my bubble. My brother, my nice fake brother who's treated me like a loving brother all these years. So anyways, this charade started with my own mother 2 months ago when she realized she can't do this to me anymore. I was really going nuts with the noise she was making and everything and the pacing. It got to a point where they realized she can't do this to me, and she got scared because one day I just really couldn't take all the abuse I was taking, and I took it out on the wall in the apartment. I broke the wall down, grabbed a knife, shoved it into the wall about 1,000 times. I got to take out all the anger, all that provocation that was perpetrated on me for months and months and months, because you don't want to take it out outside and then you end up hurting someone, and that's what they want. They want to throw you in jail. That's the whole point of provoking you. But I was too strong, too smart for them. I didn't do anything. I took it out on the wall in my own apartment. And then it got to a point where now she's supposed to be schizophrenic. My ass. Her schizophrenia included making noise and opening doors and flushing the toilet 1,000 times a day and nothing else. And pacing back and forth and irritating the living fuck out of me. That's not schizophrenia. It's a scam. Anyways, she apparently disappeared from the apartment. Where did she go? I had no idea. She never goes anywhere. She never does anything herself. That day, apparently, somebody showed up, looked at the condition of the apartment. They decided to take her to the emergency. She went to the emergency 2.5 months ago, and she's been living there ever since. Not in the emergency room, on the 3rd floor, apparently where they put people with mental problems, mental health problems. So they've been waiting for me and debating whether I'm going to leave the country or not. I didn't end up leaving because it doesn't matter where I go. I'm going to experience the same thing I already have in my past life for the last 20 years. Every country that I've been to, they did the same thing to me. Otherwise, I would have woken up a long time ago and realized the fake bullshit movie set setting I live in. It's amazing. It's amazing the kind of people they're getting to do this, to join in on this torturous, illegal, torturous project. So this is how this works. I'm walking south right now. They wait for me in certain places. And nothing's happening there. Everything's still. When I get within I don't know how far, but within viewing distance of that place, they start to do whatever they're meant to do to tease me, provoke me, make noise, move, irritate me. Amazing, amazing. The grade of people that they're getting to do this, to jump in on this really pathetic project and take part in the illegal abuse and torture of an innocent citizen. This is what's mind-boggling. I mean, these are my fellow Canadian brothers and sisters. Is this what they want to be known for? Is this what they want to take part in? Is this what they want to base this country on? Somebody that was picked as an orphan and an evil experiment was done on him for years. And then when he realizes that, they want to pin the whole population against him. Well, what does that make the population then? To take part in an illegal, torturous project. Get prepared outside this 2-3 mile bubble and come into this fake world and abuse that person, take part in his torture. What does that make him? From cops to normal people to people that have inside those businesses and whatever they are, real, fake actors, whatever they're doing. This is what they're meant to do. Take part of a covert, illegal project that an intelligence agency did, ruined someone's life, destroyed him, tortured him for years and years, covertly, broke every single law that this country has, every single one. Every single law was broken. Except physical murder. They haven't murdered me that way. And now, they're getting average citizens to come in and take part of this illegal, torturous project. For what? Were they talked into it? Were they forced into it? Now, this is a project that they're taking a part of. Harassing someone. Now, like I said, I'm willing to go through this for 10,000 years. They can bring in not only Canadian citizens to do this, they can bring in citizens from every single country on the planet to come into my bubble as long as I'm in it and do this to me. Every single person, I'm willing to take their illegal abuse. I'm willing. And I will still come down here and I will still do the same thing. But I'm gonna get through more and more and more. They wanna make a big commotion out of this, almost tell every single person on the planet about what's going on. On their part, it's pretty fucking stupid. But they're banking on something through this. They're banking on something. So let them bring him in more and more and more and more. More and more and more. Do you have the time? 4 o'clock? Nice. So,
Waiting now, until now, no bird. Hey, brother, are you done? No bird? No bird? Okay, next time. You follow, I give you
charade,
time. Okay,
talking and making noise out of nothing.
Jesus Christ, worship the Father.
You
No,
s-
he prays to
You
the
see how
Father.
his voice
And beg the Father
got louder and louder as I passed by there?
the help of the Father. That's what
This guy doesn't give a shit about Jesus or the Father or anything. He doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's there to make noise. So, look what they put in front of me over here. Look. They can't bring it towards me anymore because it looks obvious. But as I walk to it, the guy who's dealing with the garbage comes in and moves it away. So, like I said, guys, it's a setting that precedes me, starts to move as soon as I get into view. I have to look at it. I have to be able to view it. And then it mobilizes into doing whatever it's meant to do. And what it's meant to do is it's designed to be a tactical weapon to break down somebody, make them feel bad when they leave or when they look there. Whatever it is that's designed for them there, according to their mentality, their experience in life, their likes, their dislikes, everything. I've given you enough examples before, besides the pacing and the annoying and the fake laughing. And because it's a fake setting, if you live a life going through those settings over and over again, you come back to your home and inside your home the same thing's being done to you, you get depressed. Why? Because it's fake. It's manufactured. It's not real. That's why you get depressed. And besides that, there's a lot of elements inside of it of psychological warfare, things that apply to you personally that to another person may not affect them. Only the psychological warfare part. The other stuff will. The noise, the pacing, like right now I pass by from the top to down here, there's this really rotten sewer smell. They attack you with smell too, bad smells. Things that are dirty, mentioning stories about things that are dirty. This is what this world is designed of. All these elements, tactical elements, to really make you miserable. The way people look at you, the way they treat you, the fake look on their faces, everything. That sort of, every one of them is designed to have a look for you to get miserable when you look at it. Whether it's women giving you a dirty look if you're a man, whether it's elderly people looking miserable as if they're gonna die next week, whether it's, for me, I guess I haven't had a real girlfriend ever, a couple that are just, enjoying themselves, giving each other attention, laughing, smiling, touching each other, holding hands, whatever. That's the whole point of doing that. To keep reminding you of something that you were deprived of and rub it in your face and tease you with it over and over again. If you like, pudgy women, you don't like skinny women, the women that, though they will be around you, all kinds, but the ones that will appear in your view whenever you look there or there or there are specifically set up in a certain way to show you certain body parts that you like about women, for example. So it's a tactical weapon that's set up for you when you get there, that precedes you and gets set up and waits for you to get there. And as soon as you look at it, this machine turns and attacks you, and everything that will bother you, will make you miserable, will psychologically warfare you, anything like that. It's a this is how this works. So, like I said, it's designed specifically, it's tailored specifically for you, for your personality, for your needs, for your... So, see, as I come out now with the umbrella, how you put it down, opened it and put it up, that just not only creates the movement, something about something you don't have. I don't have an umbrella, and I'm walking under the rain. As you see, there are a lot of people that are walking with no umbrellas, but the one with umbrella popped out as soon as I came out of that corner because it just started raining and did that in front of me. So most of these people don't have umbrellas, but you get it. So I'm trying to explain to you here the nature of it, what it does to you when you're inside this fake bubble. Now, this fake bubble surrounds me 2-3 miles. I'm inside of it. I'm walking. I'm explaining to you guys how it works. How do I escape it? How? If I do take a taxi or an Uber from inside the bubble, then he's prepped to do whatever he needs to do, not to be able to help you to escape it. That doesn't work. You gotta remember, everything around you within 2-3 miles is not working with you, it's working against you in a bubble. Even professional offices that you go to, that you think you're meeting this person from human rights or whatever, even if it is that person that works there that was prepped to do this to you, which I highly doubtful, especially in a place like human rights, that will be going against everything that they believe in. How do you come out? Run? That bubble will keep running and running and running and setting up. Now, when I first woke up to this, I had one option, one chance, great chance. But unfortunately, I didn't know how my bubble was designed then. And I didn't know, because I tried to leave to London. I would have had to pretty much use my options and go into different countries quickly. I didn't have enough money for them not to be able to set this up everywhere else. Now that they have, wherever I go, this will be the case. Because this is an international project. This has got nothing to do with being Canadian or a American, or it's happened to me in many countries that I've been to. That's why for a while my goal was to go to Iran, because it's one of the places that's pretty much, all it brags about is the religion, and they're against the satanic powers that abuse them and perpetrate their territory and all that. I never got the chance, and I did email some entities there, some of their consulates. I never had they never replied to me, whatever that means. Doesn't mean that I even asked to apply for asylum to get away from this prison that I'm in. What did they do? Didn't reply, which is probably the best answer they could give you. You're in a different territory. You're a part of that country. You use their passport. We have to follow the guidelines of what that country says to us because you're a part of them. So if we deny you a visa, it's not just because we want to deny you the visa. It's because your own intelligence agency in that country wants to deny you the visa to come to our country. Now, if I make it through and I get into their country on my own, maybe when I get in there, the treatment will be different. Maybe they won't play this bullshit that they're playing with me everywhere I go. Maybe they're not willing to send their citizens to torture an innocent person within a 3-mile radius bubble and create a fake world for him. Maybe they're not willing to do that. They definitely are not going to get women to come out in shorts and show their butts in Iran. They won't do that. But they could do other things. But that's not my main concern here. That's not what's bothering me here. What's bothering me is the imprisonment. It's not letting me get to resolve anything. Not letting me get a job. And if I do get a job, they'll set me up in some boony place where they do the same thing to me in that place. It's not even a job or a workplace anymore. It's a setup for me to get broken and broken and broken. I've been through that before. Now, to give me a job in one of these establishments down here downtown is a different story. This is how I can prove to you guys what's been happening to me. To be able to get a job in one of these places down here, they can't do this. They cannot do this. A job? Because every time I come down here, this is what's going to happen. And I have to resolve something now. You know what I mean? Basically, what this gets me coming down here downtown is I'm able to be in the same place over and over again and make them stop these institutions from running properly, normally. That's all I'm doing here. That's all I'm doing here downtown, pretty much. Trying to make them disrupt these institutions from functioning right. Hi Sam, it's Millie. And they bother you, even when I'm recording this for you guys on my phone. The messages, the private calls, the calls that are coming from places that you don't even know about. They keep on bothering you, distracting you, ticking you all day long. I open my internet, my email inbox, it's full of junk. Now I know a lot of people get junk too, but this is different, guys. There's tactical emails sent to you. For every email that you read is supposed to be applied to your own life, and it's tactically warfaring you. You know, psychologically affecting you because it relates to certain events that happened to you in your life that ticked you, or certain things that really anger you when you look at them. It's tailored to break you with everything. They know all about you. Look at me. They've been watching me since I was a little kid, my whole life. They know what I do, when I do it. They have me studied perfectly. And this is what they're planning to do to the whole population. To everybody. Everybody. So now, okay, like you look at these two walking. The psychological warfare from this is to show me something I'm deprived of and rub it in my face and tease me with it. Now, what they don't know is when they're going to have kids, they're going to do the same to their kids. I'm an experiment that failed. Now, they're helping them make their experiment work. And if their experiment works, their kids are going to be destroyed this way. They're setting up the whole planet like this, but very widely and tactically and less intense. What they've done to me. The whole planet is going to be set up like this. So they're being affected like this. Their kids are going to be affected like this. Now, these people are not hypocrites. They're normal human beings that don't have that much knowledge about what they're getting into. How they were lured into this, how they were forced into this, how much they were paid to get into this, I don't know. It's none of my business, nor I care to know. But there's gotta be a reason for these people, an incentive for them to want to do this. You know what I mean? There's gotta be something like that. King, this is where we're going. So I don't know, guys. I don't know what else to tell you, how I can approach this, how... All I know is, whatever I do, every day when I take my trip down, I'm still surrounded with this 2-3 mile radius bubble, and that precedes me everywhere I go. How do I come out of it? I have to get in touch with people outside of it and let them know my situation so they do something about it. You have to design a nice small package to show people through a phone call, an email, a quick message, for them to bother taking 5 minutes of their time and look at it. Entice them into it and be honest with them. And try to show them this small package where to grab their attention, and hopefully you'll grab an attention of someone influential who's willing to do something about it, this is my only hope to come out of this. Otherwise, this will go on forever. Yes, I can handle it forever. And yes, I'm willing to take this abuse forever until I drop. And yes, but if I'm not moving forward and getting somewhere every time I, make an initiative to do something, then I'm losing. Slowly but surely, I'm losing. See all those honking that has to do that. I'm losing. Now, she doesn't know they're gonna do this to her kids, and they're doing it to her now. They don't know either. They don't know that their own kids are gonna be treated like this. So they have to have this sad look, miserable look, ignoring look. They teach them. They have to show me these ugly faces. Ugly, not physically. You have to radiate that energy to me. That miserable energy, that fake energy, that smartass energy. All these things that a human being, when they sense, it makes them feel bad. Makes you feel down. Makes you feel... it's an attack on you. Every single person in your bubble that passes by you, regardless whether they look like they're minding their own business or they're not. See, she was waiting in there. As soon as I got here, she came out and jumped in front of me with an umbrella to remind me I don't have an umbrella and it's raining. How many people do you see walking around with umbrellas? Not that many. That's how this works, guys. That's the psychological warfare. Okay? Now, every single face that passes by, they realize I'm looking at them. It has to be done in a certain way. Miserable looking, angry looking, demeaning looking at you as you're nothing. As soon as they look at them, they pull out the phone from their pockets. How many have you seen like that so far? As soon as I look at them, they pull out the phone from their pockets. Look, there you go, another charade. Look. Distraction, charades. For me to forget about what I was talking to you about. Look at the setting here. They were standing there, they came out. Look over there in the corner. So they move. They have to move when I get there. It's a setting, they're waiting there. As soon as I get there, they start moving, they do their part. This is a depression weapon. Like, see this girl talking, passing by, bubbly and everything, and this one looking down, see, look at the way she looks. That's supposed to depress you, that look on their faces. Whatever that applies to you. Every single version, every single face you're getting is supposed to attack you in a way. Make you feel a certain something. Make you feel insecure, make you feel down, make you feel angry, make you feel, It's designed that way. It's a science to depress someone. It's a science to keep you miserable, pretty much. In this fake 2-3 mile bubble I live in. That's gonna pretty much precede me. Now, when I get there, people are sitting there and waiting like a movie set. As soon as I get into viewing distance, I look at them, they do what they're meant to do. So this is overwhelming to a normal person because it's big. It's huge. There's about 10,000, 20,000 people in this 2-3 mile square bubble. This is a big project. It's a lot of money being spent on this. So that's why someone will feel small and will feel that who else would they do this to but someone who's got the genetics of being so self-confident, so brilliant, so tough, so persistent, so someone who's a threat to the world order in terms of genealogy, not in terms of what he's done because he wasn't able to do anything, he wasn't allowed, but in terms of genealogy. This is done to someone who's a threat to them, someone who can be stopped, can be brainwashed, can be threatened, can be fooled. Someone who has all the elements in him to make their satanic world order collapse. Not that he wants to or took the initiative or even tried, but he does possess the genes to do that. And how did they know? They picked me up as an orphan. I have pictures with my fake mother. I was maybe 2 weeks old. How did they know it's gonna come out like this? That's why I tell you guys, this is purely satanic. Now, a lot of people that hear this, they're very realistic people. They don't believe in this stuff. They're going, well, come on, don't jump into that bullshit crap. Guys, that's how the world functions, the one we live in, around us. It functions like this. There are other realms that surround us. Positive energy and negative energy. They're doing this to their own kids, what they're doing to me. Right now, as we speak. You know, this fake 3-mile radius bubble that's supposed to keep someone, you know, miserable. And attack them psychologically and emotionally. And imprison them. Why do you think they call it Prison Planet on a lot of YouTube videos? They're already dividing families up with these phones. Kids don't talk to their mothers anymore. Fathers and mothers don't connect as much. Not the whole family doesn't sit together at 5 o'clock to have dinner. It's the same elements being used on a less intense, wider scale, you know, to hurt their kids that way. So if you're gonna come into my fake world and illegally torture me, then you should accept it when it's being done to your kids. Because that's what's going on in the world. Now, I believe that human beings are good. And a lot of them are enticed, lured into this, forced, paid, I don't know. But I truly believe that eventually human nature will beat this evil sort of brainwashing satanic bubble that is bringing in all kinds of people to, you know, to this fake bubble and to torture an innocent person. People don't usually want to do that. See, this is what I just witnessed here. Look at this. This is something that I'm supposed to psychologically let it bug me, bother me. Every single move around me is designed to do so. Every single one. Besides the fact that as soon as I get there, as soon as I look at them, they move. It's not just that. It's, there we go. It's not just that. It's the other elements that are being implemented here in this fakeness. Those faces that I look at, the way they're designed, guys, they have to tell them exactly what to do when they pass by me, when I look at them. Whether to have glasses on, whether to look up, whether to look down, whether to frown, whether to smile, whether it's that detailed. Because it's a science. It's that detailed, believe it or not. I know this sounds insane, but believe me when I tell you, the people who did this are insane to come up with something like this. So now, as soon as I got into her view, she put her head up. She does whatever she's supposed to do when I look at her. This is how this studio is designed. How come this was only done to me? Why me? What do I possess? This goes back to genealogy, guys. Because the time I was selected for this already written script. Things that are happening today, they planned them before they wrote the script for my life. They knew. The bricks were laid, the architecture plan. See this guy that just passed by and talked? That's the one that the girl ran to across the street when I was crossing there. He passed by me and stalked me again. So, I have to look at weird things always. Weirdness. A lot of red stickers on the floor here. They had a vegetable market here yesterday in front of City Hall. Hope I uploaded the video for you guys. They were selling vegetables. Anything to give people an excuse, a reason to come and sit here in front of me to clog up the view. Every day now in front of City Hall, there's some kind of excuse, a market for people to have a reason to go there. So, as they're doing this to me, they're doing it to their kids on a small scale. I hope these people know that this illegal torture and this fake bubble is being done to every single one of them right now as we speak. They just don't know how. On a small, see how she's yawning over there with her hand on her mouth? That's also part of the psychological warfare to tell you you're boring. We've heard this before. Tell us something new to stop you in your tracks. You're being psychologically warfared every second. You know? So, and this, if the script for let's say for example for this person says, when he gets there, if he looks at you or a thing, do this, do that. And they show you these crazy people around. So you look crazy. So guys, if somebody films us from the outside while we're filming this video, it looks like someone in tune with what he's doing, maybe filming his own video, maybe talking on the phone with a lot of hand movements and just walking down the street. There's nothing wrong with that, because they're always trying to threaten me, you know, that we're filming you. If you look weird, if you do something wrong, you know, whatever. Well, I don't. I walked down to City Hall. I had a coffee, a couple of smokes, walked downtown, got to City Hall, took a seat, listening to this kid scream beside me. I'm gonna go into City Hall to the 14th floor where I went yesterday. This is the Human Rights Office. There was nobody there, it was closed. I'm gonna go there today and I'm gonna come tomorrow. I wanna see someone from there in order to see if they could help me with my case. The manager that's in charge of that place, they gave her a vacation. She won't be back till next week. Not to say it was intentionally for me, because this is summertime. A lot of people take vacation summertime. But then all the people that work in that office yesterday were not there all day. The whole office was closed. The whole 14th floor was closed. So, guys, we're gonna do that today, and then we're gonna get out of here. Or we're gonna stay around here. I don't know what we're gonna do. I can't tell them. They tap my phone. They know everything I say. So you have to get the kid to scream around you. Scream and scream. Look. So the stalking started already in a covert fashion. Here we go. So the kid came here and screamed only here, not by coincidence. Noise. Look. Not by coincidence. And this truck backing up behind me, not by coincidence. And this wheelchair. Guys, do you know how many wheelchairs, those electric ones, I've seen in the last year? At least, maybe 2,000. I'm not kidding. Okay, anyways. We're gonna have to get in touch with people outside of this bubble and come to the same place that's important every day, where they can't do the charade for a long time, for a year or two, so they have to come pass by me. So anything to move and make noise and irritate me, and even this here, this is supposed to give you a negative feel, a miserable feel. Guys, I know this really sounds insane, but I've been coming to City Hall every day for the last couple of days. There's always some kind of event down here now. It's not like that every day, guys. All right, look at the pile of people here waiting. As I move through them, they're gonna start talking and moving. Look at these. The phone, look, moving and talking. Look. So they're getting young, innocent kids that this is happening to them as we speak to do this to me. but they don't know how. Through the phones, through the media, through, you know, they don't know. They don't know that, these kids. The parents that sent them to do this to me don't know that. If they did, they would know better. Now, could be forced by the government to do this. Could be, so those two, when I look at them, she holds his hand, she laughs with him, they bond. They're so happy together as a couple. Look at that. But this is what I'm supposed to see. You see this, playing with their hair, you know, whatever. This is supposed to really anger someone who's never had that experience. Not real, at least. I've had a lot of fake ones, you know. So when I get here, they move, they drop this thing. So to get these people to come into a fake world and to torture an innocent person, what's the incentive? Did they pay them? Did they force them? Did they? I don't know. I don't know, guys. They park in front of City Hall. Now they get convinced because it's the government. So they're really not breaking the law by doing this. They think, you know, even this look is supposed to make you feel something negative. That's the idea. That's how it's designed. Once you stop paying attention to all that's around you and don't take it seriously because it's fake, you keep your head on your shoulders and head straight and keep figuring out ways to come out of this evil bubble. Now, I'm in the process. This is City Hall. We're going to go in there today and see. You know what I'm going to call this video? Not only the Real Life Truman Show Episode 3. The mystery on the 14th floor. Of the closed 14th floor of human rights. It's something else too. It's 14 West on the other side. Now I've prepped them all day that I'm coming to this floor. So they must have done a really good job on making it look like it's open and I'm the one who's a liar and nothing's going on over there. I'm just imagining this. So let's experience what's on the 14th floor, guys.